Hey, Jordan Belfort here, and it's time for Whiteboard Wednesday. It's a great topic today. And before I tell you exactly what it is, I want to start off by going through an acronym which you've probably heard of before, seen this somewhere, right? And it's called A.B.C. And it applies to selling, but really all aspects of communication. And it was made famous in a movie called Glengarry Glen Ross by Alec Baldwin, who played the star salesman, right? And as you probably know by now, ABC stands for always be closing. And when you think of ABC, always be closing, what comes to mind is that hard-charging, over-the-top salesman who's just, close, pushy, pressure, right? And it's sort of not the sort of thing that you want to emulate in your mind, kind of probably make you feel uncomfortable, right? But here's the deal. And I want to say this, again, in the context of what I'm going to say next. So just hear me out and then listen to the follow-up and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. ABC, always be closing, happens to be 100% true. You need to always be closing. The distinction is it's not in the way that you think. Now, the reason I chose this topic was because last Saturday, I did my weekly intensive online training where I go for 1 hour, I pick a specific topic, and last week, when I was in the Q&A portion of the training, I was asked a certain question. And it was about some guy who says he's the king of high ticket selling, a fucking joke, right? But someone says, hey, according to this other guy who's supposedly some new young guru for high ticket selling, joke, right? He said that you should never ask anyone how they are. You should never even do anything but just ask questions. If you want to close rich people and make big sales, just ask people questions. And at first I was trying to be nice and say, well, that's not really the way it is in the real world. And then I started realizing, what, fuck that. This is ridiculous. This is destructive advice that's being given. And I started to bash the guy. And I said, well, in this guy's defense, okay, I think his name is Dan Locke. Before I bash him, maybe the person who's asking the question is misinterpreting what he's teaching. Okay, and I didn't even bother investigating whether that was true or not. It's irrelevant. But the point is, let me clarify now why the way this guy interpreted what that teaching was so utterly destructive, meaning that all you want to be doing is asking people questions. That's how, and they basically close themselves. It's just an idiotic proposition. Now, let me start by explaining there are two sort of, when people divide selling up, they divide it up into two areas, right? Two types of selling. They have one type of selling, which is sort of called the old model of selling. And then they have what's called the new model of selling, all right? Now I know my wife's gonna laugh, but I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm gonna try to make a pie chart. I'm the worst artist in the world, right? But I'm gonna give it a whirl, and I'm gonna make a circle here, not so terrible, and a circle here, okay? Now, this is when it gets complicated here, when I try to actually do something with the circle, okay? Now, according to the old model, which is like the ABC comes to mind, always be closing. Here's what they say. You want to spend, let's say this is the middle right here, you want to spend, let's call it 10% of your time, okay, building rapport. That's it, 10% of your time, building rapport. Then, after that, you want to spend 20% of your time asking questions or qualifying. Asking questions or qualifying, as the phrase goes, right? Then you want to spend, I'm doing pretty good actually, 30% of your time, so this is 10%, 20%, 30% of your time, okay, making a presentation, your sales presentation. And then you spend 40% of your time closing the deal and overcoming objections. That's your old model of selling, the sort of ABC model. You spend a little bit of time getting into rapport, then you qualify the 20%, you make your presentation, and most of the time you spend closing the deal. That's the old model. Then you have the new model, which is just like the consultative selling model. And this is what the other guy was referring to when he spoke to this high ticket sales thing, right? And in the new model, they have basically different names for the same processes, but they also divide the time you spend doing each one differently. So rather than building rapport, I'll put my middle here, right? They call rapport building relationships, and they account 40% of the time, 40% of your sale is spent building relationships. which is essentially rapport by another name. Then you spend 30% of your time, okay, identifying needs. 30% of the time, which is the same thing as qualifying, right? But with straight line intelligence gathering, we do a lot more than just identifying needs. But with consultative selling, they call it identifying needs. Then you spend 20% of your time, okay, did I fuck it up? Okay, 20% of your time, again, I told you the worst stars in the world, this will go down in history. 20% of your time, okay, offering solutions, which is the same thing as making a presentation. And then you spend only 10% of your time confirming and closing. That's it. Now, let me just tell you flat out that if I spent only 10% of my time as a salesman closing the deal, I'd be fucking broke. Flat out. Let me just tell you bottom line. I don't care who you are, how great you are presenting, how thorough you are in asking questions. At the end of the day, when you ask for the order for the first time, and by the way, in the other guy's mail, you never even asked for the order, which is preposterous, which is why I think the guy misinterpreted it, right? But the point is that after you ask for the order for the first time, no matter how great your presentation was, no matter how thorough you were, no matter how much rapport you built, there's a 90% chance that the prospect is going to hit you with some sort of objection. Whether it's let me think about it, let me call you back, doesn't matter. You're going to get hit with some objection, at which case you then have to start the process in the straight line system of looping, where you essentially overcome that objection by building massive certainty and the objections melt away. But here's the distinction I want you to really focus in on. Whether you look at the old model or the new model and say, well, I subscribe more to the old model, I think this is bullshit, or I think this is bullshit, or I think this is great and that's bullshit, guess what? They're both complete bullshit. They're both idiotically ridiculous. Let me tell you why. You are always building rapport. It never stops. Remember what I said with the straight line? Rapport is not a constant. You cannot close when you're not in rapport. You can't move someone forward on the straight line when you're not in rapport. And you tend to go in and out of rapport as you're presenting, as you're asking questions, based on the last thing you said to someone and how they interpret it. You have these dips in rapport. And anytime you fall out of rapport or rapport starts to decrease, you're going to stop, back up, and go get back into that ultra tight rapport. You must always be building rapport. In terms of asking questions, 20%, 30%, you're always asking questions. You're always identifying needs. So often the process, the first time you go about this, they don't really give you everything you need to know. So you're constantly on the lookout for asking questions. This makes sense to you. Anything left out, you want to always be asking questions. You never stop gathering intelligence. Presenting a solution from the first word out of my mouth. It's my solution. Presenting, I start presenting from word one, and I don't stop presenting until the last thing I say. The idea that, we can kind of wing this whole thing and then make a formal presentation, no, it's ridiculous. You always are on 100% of the time. You're always presenting. Your words are always measured. They have power. They have meaning behind them. And that meaning is to create massive certainty in both the heart and the mind, meaning both logically and emotionally, in your prospect. There are no free words. There are no okay, let me kind of be nice and casual over here, and then just here I'll present. You're always presenting. And now getting back to that first thing of A.B.C, I will always be closing. Here's the bottom line. From the first word out of your mouth, you are closing the prospect. Not to buy your product or your service. You're closing him or her on the fact that you're a person worth listening to. Every single word out of your mouth, every sentence you say, every phrase you put together has some intent that's designed to close the prospect on, if nothing else, listening to you for the next phrase, to take the next step in the process. On some level, a broad level, marketing is the process of helping someone take the next step, making them want to take the next step to find out more. When you're selling, when you're presenting, you're always, every second, you're closing the person on something. In the beginning, you're closing them that you're simply a person worth listening to. When you're asking questions, which never stops, you're asking your questions using certain tonalities that are meant to close them on the fact that they should answer you honestly and forthrightly. And they should spend their time kind of opening up for you the keys to the kingdom to close them, to answer your questions. You're closing them on that. to answer your questions. When you're presenting formally, you're closing them that they should listen to every word and then stay on the straight line to keep listening and not just tune out. You're always closing. So this notion that there's an old model and a new model, it's fucking nonsense. It's pure nonsense. From the first word out of your mouth, you're doing all four things. And right down to the end, you're doing all four things. Because the bottom line is you can't close when you're out of rapport. You can't do anything when you're not in rapport. So it's not like I'll spend 10% of my time or 40% and then I'll be an asshole. Look how ridiculous that is. I'm not just presenting for some defined period. The whole encounter is a presentation. I never stop building rapport. I never stop presenting. I never stop building relationships, and I never stop closing. Bottom line. Now, on Saturday, okay, we're going to have our live intensive training. And what I'm going to cover there is this aspect. What we even call asking questions or identifying needs. I'm going to go through the process of straight line intelligence gathering. And I'm going to show you how to do this in a very deep, kind of a deep dive level into it. And give you essentially on a silver platter everything you need to do to gather massive intelligence. It'll be this Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And if you miss it, you can get a replay because you got to join though, right? This is not a webinar. This is a paid training. I charge, ready for this one? $2. Say, how the fuck do I charge $2 for a live training? The answer is because I'm going to get 1 million people to join this all around the world. I'm playing the long game here because I believe the webinar model is fucking broken. The whole thing, free webinars, there are no free webinars. They just try to sell you shit. So this is a real live training as if you were in person with no sales going on. So sign up for this training on Saturday morning. If you miss it or you get it late to convenience, once you're a member, you can watch it all week long at your convenience, plus there's Q&A involved, there's polling, it's really, really cool. 90% will have my media server up this week. If not, it'll be next week for sure. So the quality is just gonna start going through the roof here. So I hope to see you on Saturday live, and if not, I'll definitely see you, I'm sure, sometime when you watch it, on tape, okay? Have a great week. Remember, this nonsense that you are only asking questions as a salesperson is about as idiotic a statement as I only spend 10% of my time closing or even 40%. Bottom line is this, A.B.C. You're always closing, not asking for the order again, that's idiotic. Closing them on your person worth listening to, closing your prospect that they should answer your questions, closing, they should spend time to listen to your solution, and then of course at the end when you're actually asking for the order, you're closing them on saying, yes, here's my credit card and my information or my cash. Bottom line. So I hope you got a lot of value out of that. It's a really important concept, and we're going to do the deep dive Saturday morning. So the link is right below here, so sign up for that, and believe me, we're going to get this qualifying / needs identifying will be a topic that will really help you get to the next level, both in selling and in business in general. All right? Take care, love you all, and I'll see you on Saturday morning. Bye-bye.